putting into practice. So far, this has been theory for you. In order to go to the next step, it helps to have a firm foundation for the process. When one understands the theory, it's easier to do the practical work. My advice is to listen to the YouTube videos of Joe Dispenza. He is on the cutting edge of melting the mystical with the scientific world. I'm on the same length as he is. Both of us are aware that the world is going through a huge transformation. I spent the last 48 years meditating and fine-tuning the process along the way. In the 80s, I was interested in the marriage of scientific instruments and the mystical side of things. I went to the Monroe Institute for a week and was deeply involved with Hemisync for a period of time. In San Diego, my friend Jeffrey Thompson started a Brainwave Institute in San Diego. My wife Barbara and I checked out the various instruments. Meditation has always been the main focus in my life. I'm always looking at ways to fine-tune it and make it practical in my moment-to-moment existence. Meditation is not just when you close your eyes. Meditation is directly connecting to the quantum field 24 hours a day. I'm not there yet, but I definitely see that is a possibility and definitely a probability in the future for mankind. It's like when Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile in the early 50s. A few weeks later, more runners broke the barrier. Today, we have high school runners breaking the 4-minute mile. Once something has been achieved, the ceiling has been broken and the floodgates of possibilities are open. Personally, as mankind evolves to be in harmony with the quantum field, the more incredible breakthroughs will occur. We are babies taking our first steps into the quantum field. Can you imagine 1,000 years from now where mankind will be? How about 1,000,000 years or 10 million years? Read my book, From Me to We, to learn more about our possibilities. We are at a point where humanity is going from darkness to light. For thousands of years, darkness has ruled the land. Well, a brand new dawning is occurring. What a wild ride we had last night. At times we had sweet dreams. At times we had nightmares. War was all around. Many people said that was man's nature. Well, the sun is arising. A brand new day is upon us. You are this incredible piece of the puzzle called life. How to do alternate nostril breathing. Sit in a comfortable position with the spine long and the hips relaxed. Release any tension from your jaw. Close your eyes. Place your left hand on your left knee with the palm face upward, or in the chin mudra by pressing the index finger and thumb together. Place the tip of the index finger and middle finger of the right hand in between the eyebrows with the ring finger and little fingers on the left nostril, and the thumb on the right nostril. Use the ring finger and little finger to open and close the left nostril, and use the thumb for the right nostril. On an exhalation, close the right nostril with your thumb and breathe out through the left nostril. Breathe in through the left nostril and then close with the ring finger. Release the thumb on the right nostril and breathe out through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Close with the thumb. Release the ring finger from the left side and exhale through the left nostril. These 2 full breaths are called 1 round of alternate nostril breath. Perform 5 to 9 rounds of this alternating breath between the nostrils. Remember to always inhale through the same nostril you just exhaled through. There are many variations of this technique. Some hold their breath between breaths. Mind you should never use force. Breathe naturally. Over time, the breath will be sweet and calm. Now, continue this exercise. It will only be a few minutes. Concentrate on positive emotions. Let's start simple. You are the universe. You just don't know it. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Watch your breath go up and down. All mystical traditions talk about the power behind your breath. The same power behind your breath is keeping the universe alive. Focus on your breath. watch it go up and down, up and down. With your mind, concentrate on peace. When you feel peace, you are connected to the quantum field. When your mind wanders, focus it back to your breath. Over time, the more you do this, the deeper peace you will experience. The first step is to place your toes into the infinite ocean of love. Focus on your breath. Watch it go up and up and down and down. The more you focus on peace, peace will start to focus on you. Day by day, you will slowly immerse yourself into this incredible ocean. The goal is to take that peace where your eyes are closed and keep it there in your daily activities. Ultimately, you want to live in the center of the hurricane. The winds of the mind can be howling, but you can live in the center where there's no turbulence. Love, compassion, kindness, peace, and infinite other positive emotions exist inside of you. Peace of mind does not come from external events. Peace comes from within. This is your true nature. In the beginning, this may take some time. For those who live stressed out lives, it will take time to learn how to unwind from stress. Take your time. Don't be hard on yourself. This is not a race. Simply take a few moments a day and build on it. Just follow your breath. Over time, you will experience such a peace that you have never experienced before. So let's try this again. Focus on your breath. Watch it go up and down. That's all there is to this. The next step is optional. At the same time, you focus on your breath. Imagine feeling peace inside of you. When you feel even an ounce of peace, you have connected to the quantum field. Day by day, keep this up. So focus on your breath. Watch it go up and down. This is just the beginning. You have taken the first step on your incredible journey. Even if you've been meditating for thousands of years, each step you take takes you closer. Yet the journey will never end. It is timeless.
Sitting down. Meditation. I've been meditating for 48 years. You could say I have a knack for it. I love it. It's my hobby. I have studied all sorts of techniques. In the beginning, I thought there must be a super-duper technique. This technique will take you 10 steps where you presently are. Well, after 48 years, I can say your motivation is the key. Many people think they have to meditate, and yet they hate it. Where do you think that will take you? Many people have high expectations. They think they're going to have a super-duper experience. Well, they do. They don't over a period of time. They give up. Meditation is like surfing. It takes practice. When I first learned how to surf when I was 13 years old, I was a total beginner. In surfing terms, I was a kook, a beginner. My dad gave my twin brother John and I one surf lesson from a famous surfer, Mickey Munoz. I still remember being pulled into a wave that was probably less than 1 foot. I felt that the wave was 10 feet. I was hooked from then on. Meditation is taking small baby steps, day by day. You never know how far you have gone. In the eyes of eternity, you have just taken one precious step, yet your awareness grows. The following is a beautiful quote from a dear friend of mine. It was posted on Facebook a few days ago. I've known him for around 46 years. This describes that at times we have no idea how far we have gone on this path. A couple of years ago, I was at a New Age trade show promoting my book. I was walking the show and came to a booth where a guy offered me a free psychic reading. We sat down together and he told me he was going to close his eyes for a minute and tune in to me. He closed his eyes, so I closed mine and took advantage of the moment to turn inside. All of a sudden he exclaimed, "What are you doing?" I said. "Huh?" He said, "You just disappeared in this huge peace zone. How'd you do that?" I told him it was something I'm in the habit of doing, and we had a brief conversation about it. He told me he had never seen anything like that, this disappearing trick, executed so quickly. I was mildly amused, but ever since then, I have a renewed respect for the incompatible gift. Mace bestowed on me over 40 years ago that allows me to disappear from the confusion of the world around me so quickly and easily. Every time I have the clarity to use it, and that has become so second nature to me that it seems like a small thing, a thing I don't even feel I have mastered. It's truly a miracle beyond reckoning. I lack the means to express how grateful I am for this one small thing that changes everything. This sums up how meditation changes one's life, yet at times we don't see it and take it for granted.
Phase 1. Phase 1 is the foundation of your practice. Everything stems from this awareness. Focus on your breath. Watch it go up and down. That's all there is to this. Many people think it's too simple. It is. We have been breathing all our lives, yet most of the time, we aren't aware of the breath. There is a power that is keeping you alive. Behind your breath lies the quantum field. This field is infinite love, kindness, and compassion. It is beyond words. It's beyond time and space. It is literally keeping you alive. Personally, this should be our main focus while we are alive. This is in one way to directly connect to the quantum field, moment by moment in our daily lives. The more attention you pay to it, the more attention it pays to you. Like I said in the beginning, you meditate on God. At some point, God starts to meditate on you. Don't get discouraged. It takes time and practice. Have fun with it. The universe is fun. When the mind wanders, simply bring it back to following your breath. In the beginning, you may feel or sense a sparkle of peace. You may see sparks of light inside of you. You may hear some ringing in your ears. These are signposts that you are tapping into the quantum field. These signposts are everywhere. The more you practice, the signposts change and morph along your journey. At some point, your breath turns into a force field of love. One can close their eyes and immediately enter into the quantum field. Divine light surrounds you, and you are in a force field of the quantum. This is an infinite journey. You can never stop and say, I have mastered it all. The goal is to fuse this light and energy into your human body. You're learning to rewire your circuits. Presently, your nervous system can't handle the voltage from the quantum field. Most people's lives are so stressed out. They are living and breathing in a high beta state of existence. Many people's adrenaline is constantly turned on. This practice will slowly tap you into the quantum field. You just have to pay attention towards your breath. Over time, your mind and body becomes your true friend. One slowly becomes in harmony with the quantum field. Close your eyes. So breathe in. Watch your breath. When your mind wanders, simply focus on your breath. Breathe in. Concentrate on your breath. Watch it go up and down. Up and down. So that's how simple it is. Whoever would have wondered that just by focusing on your breath, that you can tap into the quantum field. Bet you nobody told you that before.
Phase 2. Modern-day scientists know about the mind-body connection. They realize that both are interconnected. A thought that you have is expressed into a chemical reaction, which creates either a positive or negative emotion. Our human body stores all experiences into our subconscious. Remember that 95% of the subconscious versus 5% of the conscious runs the show. Most of the time, we are reactive beings. Our lives are driven by the past events. Our mind is so infused with the past that our bodies respond automatically. It's like we're on auto control, which in reality we are. So much of humanity is driven by stress, which damages our overall health for the mind, body, and soul connection. I have a great friend who believes he will die around 83 years old. He is learning to retire at 60 years old. He's a great guy. I try to tell him that we can live a great life well into our hundreds. You see, our thoughts drive us to our destiny. Many of us are driven by some traumatic event that occurred in the past. We can't go beyond that. We can't let it go. That event has scarred us. That event is existing somewhere inside of our human body. The next meditation will help harmonize the mind, body, and soul connection. I've been doing this in many different forms since the 80s. It's very simple and powerful to do. Both the chakras and the endocrine system is tied together. One is physical, and the other one is subtle energy. Both of them are in sync with one another. When you have disease, that will be manifested both in your endocrine system and your chakras. This meditation starts from the root chakra and works up to your crown. Breathe in. Concentrate on your breath. Watch it go up and down. When you feel stillness, go on to the next step. Don't rush this. Take your time. If you're agitated or angry, just watch your breath. Through practice, you will break through. When you have broken through, concentrate on your root chakra. Continually watch your breath. The more your attention is focused on your root chakra, you will slowly experience a great expansion of your consciousness. Each chakra contains a universe inside of a universe. Over time, all negative emotions will be dispelled from darkness to the light. Create loving thoughts. If your mind wanders, which it will, bring it back to your breath. If you have a hard time doing this, say, I am full of gratitude. Feel that emotion of gratitude. When you do, you are tapping into the quantum field. The goal is to allow the quantum field to be expressed into each chakra. The quantum field is the light which dispels darkness. You don't need to fight or struggle. By embracing love, kindness, compassion, and patience in each chakra, this is how we can totally transform. In essence, you're learning to be in harmony with the quantum field. When you are in harmony with the quantum field, your mind, body, and soul connection will be in harmony. Enjoy this process. Science and mystics are melting together. This technique has been around for thousands of years.
Only since the 80s have scientists mapped out the mind-body connection and how they work together. This is just the start of your journey. Yes, it takes time. I feel that humanity will progress much faster than the past. Millions of people are waking up, which will make the evolution much faster. I call it the evolution revolution. This phase and phase 1 can take you to places you never dreamed of. At the same time, your adventures on Earth will be incredible. You can smile at diversity. You can see through other people's eyes. You will be humble. You will be kind. You will become aware of the quantum field wherever you go. You will have a passion for life. All it takes for you is to simply try. The greatest jewel lies inside of you. You've been taught to only look outside of yourself to discover the jewel.
Phase 2 continues. It's been almost a year since I've been concentrating on my energy centers. As I've said numerous times, the more you pay attention to something, the more it pays attention to you. It's simply amazing that the human body contains the entire universe. Is this from a mystic or a scientist? Kabir, a mystic from the 15th century, said the following: all know that the drop merges into the ocean, but few know that the ocean merges into the drop. Now, that is profound. A modern-day Einstein might have said that today. The entire universe exists inside of us. We are a part of the universe. Is that a paradox? We are beyond time and space. There are billions of universes inside of our DNA. This part that is not material, it is spiritual. No instrument known to man can detect this yet. Yet the mystics have said all along, you are hardwired for this experience. Ponder this message. The divine words from Kabir are alive. Imagine there's a nuclear power plant residing inside of you, yet we are oblivious of it. There is an infinite ocean of love inside, yet people are flaming each other on Facebook. The entire wisdom of the universe lies inside, yet we fight and bicker if I'm right and you're wrong. Man can be in harmony with the universe. Mother Nature sent us to our rooms, and we complain and get bored without asking what the true purpose is. Let's face it, man is lazy and doesn't want to change. The entire world is shut down, and many people don't want to wear a face mask. Our president doesn't wear them, so why should I? There's a famous Indian poem that says someone is holding a jewel in their hand and doesn't know how precious it is. They throw the jewel to the ground. Mankind tends to do the same thing. We have been fighting for thousands of years, yet when we are told that peace lies inside of us, we tend to blow it off. We aren't interested in the slightest. For those of you who would like to experience that magnificence of who you truly are, day by day, focus and pay attention to these energy centers. You will not be sorry or disappointed. Joe Dispenza has scientific documents proving that thousands of people have been healed from all sorts of ailments. You are a master chemist. Granted, the majority of people don't know that they cause their illness and diseases. They want a doctor to cure them without taking any responsibility for their actions. This is our society today. We don't want to be responsible, mature adults. As I say often, the spiritual path is the most practical path. Look, I'm not trying to convince you. The modern day scientists and the mystics both talk about the same thing. We still live in the classic mechanical world. The world of the quantum is being opened up for those who want to live in it. Self-discoveries of opening your energy centers. Root chakra, doorway to Gaia and the great Tao, as above, so below. These are helpful hymns. Navel chakra, governed by Lord Vishnu, preserver. Imagine a junction box that has 72,000 nadis going through it. These are literally streams of light channels constantly flowing. Focus on the area and it will slowly open up to you. Have patience. You are an expert in focusing your energy externally. It will take time to learn how to focus within. Consciously withdraw your external senses. Solar plexus chakra, governed by Brahma. The nuclear power plant of creation lies within. This is your true nature. Heart chakra, the infinite ocean of pure love. You are one with this. There is no separation, only in your mind. Throat chakra, governed by Lord Shiva, destroyer. Any darkness, both physical and non-physical, will be taken away. The light dispels the darkness. Third eye chakra, the pineal gland, is a receptor to receive inner light. If thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. One travels on the royal road from the pineal to the crown chakra. Crown chakra, home of the 10,000 petal lotus flower. I haven't seen that yet, but what I've seen makes me want to practice more. Other chakras. Bindu Viskara is the point located at the top and back of the head, where the hair usually swirls around. Hare Krishnas sometimes have a lot of hair here with an otherwise shaven head. By consequently concentrating on this swirling area, slowly one has the wisdom of the entire universe, swirling in the form of a miniature universe. Absolute peace and calm exists there. This is just the start of this precious journey. The Ka was the Egyptian concept of vital essence, which distinguishes the difference between a living and a dead person, with death occurring when the Ka left the body. The ancient Egyptians believed that there is a point 3 feet above the head that can be focused upon. In the work of Joe Dispenza, he uses this same point in opening up the energy centers.
Phase 3. One early morning, around 1986, I was meditating. I felt such joy and happiness. All of a sudden, I felt this incredible power. I saw this incredible cobra at my root chakra. This cobra slowly rising up my spine. The energy was incredible. It was so real. I became a little afraid due to the power and the cobra. I knew I would not be harmed at all. I controlled my fear and let the experience grow. The cobra went all the way to my third eye, which is the pineal gland. At each step of the way, I would have a different experience. I've always heard about the Kundalini experience, but it was the first time I had the experience to see it. The Vedas talk about this experience. The cobra was so real. It was like you had to face your greatest fears, and then, and only then, could you be taken to a different level of consciousness. It's amazing this experience exists inside of our own being, and yet it is dormant. We are so involved in this world that we are simply unaware of a greater reality. I learned that the scriptures of the past were based upon practical experiences. We have simply convoluted the meaning of the experience and come up with a different meaning altogether. Let's fast forward to the early 2000s. I'm living in Ashland, Oregon. My wife and I love to go to the ashram in the sky. That's what I call it. Imagine in the winter, in a snowstorm, a large group of people are meditating. It's a guided Kundalini meditation. A huge taiko drum is vibrating throughout the ashram. What is this thing called Kundalini? What does Kundalini have to do with the quantum field? Read the chapter on chakras to find out. Let's fast forward to 2009. Lately, I'm doing a research on the works of Dr. Joe Dispenza. He is using the ancient Kundalini techniques, but he is also using the latest scientific instruments to measure what's going on when one practices these techniques. Scientists know that the body and mind are united. You can't separate the two. All our emotions are stored in our bodies. That means the good, bad, and ugly. Most of our lives we are living in a survival mode of existence. We are reactive beings. Our subconscious is running the show. Experts estimate that the mind thinks between 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts a day. That's an average of 2,500 to 3,300 thoughts per hour. That's incredible. Other experts estimate a small number of 50,000 thoughts per day, which means about 2,100 thoughts per hour. Yet how many are new thoughts? We have been playing the same record for years. We have the same exact routine. We go to bed, our alarm clock goes off, we use the same hand to shut it off, and go back to bed for 5 minutes. The alarm goes off again. We shut off the alarm. We stumble out of bed and go to the bathroom. We brush our teeth. We are trying to wake up. Off to the kitchen we go to brew some coffee. It's time to head off to work, just in time for rush hour traffic. We make a few phone calls along the way. Some of us text when the cars are stopped. We make it to the office and do the same dull routines. I could go on and on. Imagine that our negative emotions are stuck in the first three centers of the lower chakras. There's a law that whatever strong emotion you have stored, this emotion will be predominant in your life. Say, for example, someone really makes you angry. You can't drop it, and you hold on for 20 years. You can't forgive this person. Well, unfortunately, you have drunk your own poison. This gets stored in your subconscious mind. Whenever you think about this, you will secrete chemicals into your body, and these chemicals will bring you angry emotions. Your stress level will go up. You will be in a fight or flight syndrome. Unfortunately, for the majority of human beings, this is our present state. This breathing techniques allows the negative emotions to be released and travel up the spine to the crown chakra. There is a physical spiritual alchemy takes place. It transforms that anger into pure love. That is the goal. Joe Dispenza and his crew have wired up thousands of participants and have mapped out the regions of the brain which gets affected. Many of his students go to high gamma waves, which are off the normal charts. The reason why is that most people live in a high beta state of mind and have no idea how to change. We are stuck in our ways. Most people are comfortable staying in misery and don't want to change. Fortunately, millions of people are waking up from their slumber. A new dawning is occurring for mankind. We are our own pharmacy. Every day our bodies create hundreds of thousands of chemicals. These chemicals create strong emotions. Say, for example, you are angry. Your emotional state will be angry. Therefore, you will have angry thoughts. These thoughts will then create angry emotions. We are caught in a cycle. The goal is to be free. The goal is to be in tune with the quantum field. Ponder this over. Phase 3. Meditation. Slowly breathe in. Tighten your muscles if you are having a bowel movement. At the same time, tighten your muscles around your navel, lower abdomen. Bring them up and in. Tighten your muscles around your solar plexus, upper abdomen. Bring them up and in. As you are breathing in, follow your breath up the spinal column, past the heart, throat, and pineal chakra to the top of your head. Hold your breath comfortably until you need to take a breath. Be gently on yourself. Keep up the tightening of your muscles. When you have to, slowly exhale your breath. A wave of bliss is about to be released. Do this for 5 to 10 minutes. Slowly build up your time doing this. In essence, this technique is converting locked negative emotions up your spine, where it is transformed into the quantum field. This is pure alchemy. You are transforming from darkness into light. On the material side, your body is sending spiritual fluid of your spine column to the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland then secretes thousands of chemicals, which turns this from negative energy into love, kindness, and compassion. In this state, tremendous healings can occur and do occur. Look at the work Dr. Joe Dispenza has done, and you will see there are thousands of people being healed in all sorts of manner. This technique is thousands of years old. Mind you, this technique will seem awkward at first. Just take your time. After some point, it will become second nature to you. Walking meditation. I've been practicing walking meditation for 48 years. As you probably know by now, that meditation doesn't start nor end with closing your eyes. Yes, by closing your eyes, one dives deep within, yet one takes that experience into his daily life. Walking meditation consists of being aware during your daily life. For example, walking from your car to work, one meditates on his breath. Your awareness is on the quantum field. When you have a conversation with somebody, while the person is talking, you can listen at the same time, focus on the quantum field. Your awareness will be on the now, and you will truly listen. Most people are thinking what to say next while listening. They truly don't listen from the now. The goal of meditation is to be in the quantum field 24 hours a day. Yes, it takes practice. Anything in life that is worthwhile takes practice. For me, this is a hobby. It's not a drag. I don't sit down and close my eyes saying, when is this meditation session is going to be over? Proper attitude is everything. Be like a child that is open. Remember, the more attention you pay to something, the more attention comes back to you. You can live in this world and at the same time have your attention in the quantum world. This is the goal. If mankind truly did this moment by moment, this world would truly transform. We as a society would truly transform. I say that war is obsolete. In this state of unity, man would no longer create wars. I could write tons of books describing huge transformations in all aspects of life. We are just slowly waking up from our slumber. These are exciting times. Remember, you are a piece of the puzzle. What would the puzzle be without you? Pay attention to your breath. Behind your breath lies the quantum field. Sleeping meditation. Many people think that sleep is a drag. They wish they didn't have to go to sleep. Yet sleep is an incredible doorway to the quantum field. Sleep is a doorway to find our true nature. It's amazing every night when we truly fall asleep, we go back to the quantum field. Yet, we aren't aware of it. When we wake up in the mornings, our bodies are recharged. How would you like, when you are sleeping, to have your awareness in the quantum field and be conscious at the same time? As I have said many times, the more attention you focus on the power behind your breath, at some point, the power of your breath focuses back to you. In the beginning, you meditate on God. At some point, God starts to meditate on you. Sleeping meditation allows you, in the comfort of your own bed, to be aware of the quantum field. There's an infinite source of kindness that exists inside of you. Each one of us is custom designed by the quantum field. When you go to sleep, focus on your breath. Over time, a door opens within, and a power of love will fill you up. You start to enter into the quantum field. This is your true nature. Just dwell in this love. There's never a point in time where you can't go deeper. This journey is an infinite journey. Many times when I wake up in the morning, I concentrate on each of my chakras. I do the chakra meditations. Imagine being in a state of heaven and moving through each chakra. The whole mind, body, and soul connection is being healed. The brain is being washed by waves of love. One resides into a field of divine light and a force of infinite love. Well, words truly can't describe that experience. This experience exists inside of you. The key lies inside of you. Only by your will can you open the door. As I said many times before, signposts of God are all around you, both inside and outside of you. When one truly loves to engage in sleep and meditation, one truly begins to enjoy life to its fullest. One wakes up in the morning and rejoices on being alive. One is truly grateful. This being loves to meditate upon waking up and truly loves to be aware of the quantum field. One puts his dreams into reality. We slowly learn how to not react to the world around us. Most of humanity is living in the mind's wind of the hurricane. A wise person who is one who lives in the center of the hurricane. Yes, he will stumble and fall. When he does, one sees that at this point in time, one is in the hurricane's winds of the mind. This person will then focus on his breath and in due time be in the center of the hurricane. So when you go to bed at night, here's some helpful suggestions. Bless the day that was given to you. It may be in the form of a prayer or simply grateful thoughts in your mind. Look over your interactions with the people that you were connected to. Learn from your mistakes. Look at the same tapes that were being played over and over in your life. Be conscious of them. Only when you're aware of your actions can you truly change for the better. You can learn to rewire the actions that cause you to get angry to a state of love, compassion, and kindness. When you realize that by getting angry, you are drinking your own poison, literally. Learn to truly appreciate and have gratitude towards sleep. Many times when I'm about ready to come down with the cold, my body tells me to go to sleep. an hour earlier. Consequently, in the morning, my body has healed itself. Sleep is your best friend. It helps maintain and recalibrate your mind, body, and soul connection. Your dreams are talking to you. They give you helpful insight and advice. They also give you warnings if you're about to walk off the cliff of life. Your dreams help guide you on this journey in life. Unfortunately, most of us see them as a wasted time. We place no value on them. Personally, I think we probably get less than 1% on the importance of sleep and its true values. Our daily lives are so driven. Most of the time, we're living from tapes from the past. We don't think outside of the box. What a paradox that signposts are all around us, yet we don't have the eyes to see. Many people try to go to sleep, yet they can't. Their mind and body is so stressed out they can't sleep. Millions of people all around the world has this problem. Millions take drugs so they can go to sleep, yet they will go to sleep taking these drugs, yet they have a huge side effect. All it takes is small baby steps to learn how to connect to the quantum field. Ponder this over. You are a piece of the puzzle. Monitoring your thoughts and emotions. As you know, by now we live 95% from the subconscious and 5% from the conscious mind. Most human beings never stop to see the correlation between the mind and body. Many scientists say they are one and the same. They are not distinct and different. Imagine someone pisses you off. That thought creates a chemical in your brain. Cortisol gets released. Stress hormones gets released. Over 1,900 chemicals gets released. You are now in an emotional state of anger. This anger gets stored in your body. Many scientists say that cancer is created by angry cells. Most of the time, we have automatic tapes from the past in any given situation. Because we are reactive beings, we are like leaves blowing in the wind. We never stop and think before we perform an action. Many people Twitter without thinking. So the goal is to rewire our circuits. When someone makes us angry, stop in your tracks. Focus on your breath. Imagine an infinite field of peace surrounding you. By the way, it does 24 hours a day. This is your true nature. Smile and don't say a thing. When you have your composure back, speak from kindness. Mind you, this is extremely difficult to do. Here's some advice for you on this journey. Write down all the areas that have caused great trauma in your life. Many times, the great trauma never gets processed properly. It is stored in our subconscious. The greater the trauma, the greater the emotional impact. Unfortunately, so many people hold on to the past. An event may happen over 30 years ago, and we still hold on for dear life. We still hold a grudge and are angry towards that one person. We need to learn and forgive. We need to let go of that emotion. In the last 30 years, much insight has been in the relationship between the mind and body. There are many different techniques out there to heal and release our emotional scars. Here's one I like. Emotional freedom technique. It's a self-help technique that involves tapping near the endpoints of energy meridians located around the body. EFT works by lowering cortisol levels and the body's stress response because it helps to promote relaxation. Imagine you have some anger issue. The first step is to identify the issue. In order for this to work, you need to identify the issue. Makes sense? Step 2. From a scale of lowest 1 to highest 10, what is the intensity? What is the intensity of your emotional or physical pain? Step 3. In this state, one acknowledges the issue and accepting yourself despite the problem. We're going to use anger as our problem. The common setup phrase is, even though I have this problem, I deeply and completely accept myself. The common setup phrase is, even though I have this anger issue, I deeply and completely accept myself. Step 4. This is the tapping phrase. Begin by tapping the karate chop point while simultaneously reciting your setup phrase. You may do this for around 30 seconds to 1 minute. Concentrate on your breath as you do this. The calmer you get, the better results you will have. Karate chop, small intestine meridian. Now, for each one of these meridian points, use a reminder phrase. Suppose you have an anger issue. You would then recite in your mind anger while tapping at these points below. Tap for around 30 seconds at each meridian point. At the eyebrow, bladder meridian. Side of the eye, gallbladder meridian. Under the eye, stomach meridian. Under the nose, governing vessel. Chin, central vessel. Beginning of the collarbone, kidney meridian. Under the arm, spleen meridian. Top of head, governing vessel. When you finish, rate an intensity level. Say that your initial rate was a 9. You rate it now at a 5. Repeat this process until you reach the 0. Mind you, some problems will take time to reach a 0. The greater you take responsibility for your thoughts and actions, the greater results you will have. To find all these meridian points, do a Google search for tapping, and you should be able to see exactly where these points are. Alright, well, that's it. Thank you. Mind Movies. The definition of a guru is one who takes you from darkness into the light. A rugu is one who takes you from light into darkness. If there is a rugu today, it is the medical commercials on TV. There was a time when they didn't allow drug commercials on TV. That's a long time ago. I won't call it sinister. Okay, I will. The commercial industry has been very effective to program the subconscious. They have used the medium of TV to program your mind and body. They are extremely clever, know exactly what they are doing. In the 50s, when a movie was being showed, subliminal messages would be displayed on the screen, such as buy popcorn or buy a Coke. It would appear so fast your conscious mind wouldn't see it, but your subconscious mind would. This is bad when the FCC figured that out. Well, they have gotten quite sophisticated. Today's drug commercials directly go into your subconscious mind. Imagine some of these same commercials are played over and over again in the evening news. They're slowly brainwashing people without the audience even knowing it. Have you ever wondered why America is so messed up? I could go on for hours. Many of these drug commercials are directly programming you to get sick so you can take their drugs. It is insidious and evil, yet it is done in such a soft voice, and nature is all around it. It's sad. They know exactly what they are doing. As a capitalist society, they are there solely to make a buck. They want you to get sick. They don't want you to be healthy and take responsibility for your well-being. There is a company called Mind Movies who uses the same technology as the drug commercials, yet it's used to bring you from darkness to light. Check out mindmovies.com. Dr. Joe Dispenza made a mind movie for connecting to the quantum field. It is absolutely genius. I highly recommend it. It should be played before going to bed and upon waking up. I play it right before I close my eyes to meditate. The more you play it over time, the mind, body, and soul rejoices in the words. There are words and pictures displayed. Both of them work to put the message into your subconscious. As you know, we need to rewire ourselves. Humanity is living in darkness and needs to embrace the light. Mind movies are a way to program the subconscious in order to help discover our true nature.